Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Oh, my little reprobates. Thank you for being here, my filthy little animals, and let's get right to it. It is a college football playoff bracket. It was announced on Tuesday by our esteemed college football playoff bracketeers. And this is what it looks like, at least for the first week. Oregon, number 1. Georgia, 2. Miami, 3. BYU, 4. Ohio State, 5. Texas, 6. Penn State, 7. Tennessee Volunteers. I recognize that. Power T anywhere. Number 8. Number 9. Indiana. 10. Notre Dame. Alabama, number 11. And Boise, number 12. Now, obviously, the 1, 2, 3, 4 teams are going to be dark. They're going to have a bye the first weekend of games. These other 4 games will happen in the first week. The higher ranked team in this bracket will be playing at their house. Texas will be playing Alabama at the Austin Stadium. What is that? Darrell Royal Stadium, I think it is. Penn State will be playing at home against Notre Dame. Ohio State playing home against Boise. And, of course, our beloved Tennessee Vols will be playing at home versus Indiana, which will be interesting. Now, if you have not kept up with the channel, 2 or 3 or 4 videos ago, I broke down a phantom, imaginary, fantasy Tennessee and Oregon football game. You need to go watch that because you might like it. I think we'll beat Oregon. I do. So we shall see. Now, understand this. This is just hypothetical, what we're seeing here. What the College Football Playoff Committee is doing is just getting everybody revved up and hyped up about this. And so they release, if it started today, this is what it would look like. Okay? This game here, the second round of games, will be the quarterfinals. And then there will be a semifinal round before the finals will be played. So that is what that's looking like right now. Let us get to this weekend in Neyland Stadium. Mississippi State and Tennessee, if we look at their numbers. And thank you to Football Yoda for providing my numbers for me. Tennessee is an actual true line 21-point favorite. They should win this game by 21 points. They should. That's what the numbers say. And just so you know, I base all my numbers on the last 3 games. I'll look at it as horse racing. You heard me talk about this all the time. You know, the way you look at a horse race, you say, okay, how fast are they running? How well are they performing in their last 3 races, their most recent races? This is what we're looking at here. So Tennessee should be a 21-point favorite. They open up as a 23-point favorite. And then it's moved up to 23.5 and 24 in some betting platforms. Then we're going to look here at, now remember, these are the numbers that we're trying to confirm or dispute. Those are the average numbers of their points per game. Now, this is over the season. This figure is over the season, not necessarily the last 3 games. Okay? We look at the offense versus Mississippi State's defense. And I just see that I have a blue background there. I don't really want that. So let me just go over here real quick. Hang on. And we're going to do that. Get this bad boy in order here so we can see what we're doing. And there we go. So, Tennessee offense versus Mississippi State defense. You see that it's a huge advantage. We've got 40 points there advantage. Typically, 40 points, we take away a point every 10 points there are. Does that make sense? We take away a football point for every 10 digits deficit on these efficiency numbers, right? So we either take it away or add it to ours. So in this particular case, they're 40 points ahead. We're adding 40 points. I mean, we're adding 4 points to our average, right? And the same thing with the reverse. Mississippi State's offense versus our defense. Again, it's almost 3.5, 35. The numbers are 30, and we're taking away from their total that they are projected to score by -3. All right, so essentially we're looking at 40, 41 to 26, something like that. And that is before my road tax, which is 15%. Going into Neyland Stadium, there is a road tax. I call it a road tax. Being on the road. Because there's a lot to being on the road. You're away from your mama, you're away from your girlfriend, you know, you're not sleeping in your own bed. You know, all of that crap. Then you have to go in, you know, to Neyland Stadium, you know, where they pipe in crowd noise. Remember? So that's worth a 15-point road tax, 15% road tax. Okay, bottom line is I've got Football Yoda saying 41 to 20. All right. I think they step up and score a little bit more this weekend. Their offense is gelling better and better. And you say, well, some of the other numbers are suggesting that it should be 38-13. I'm hearing 38-13 a lot. Okay. And you say, Rocket Man, why are you giving them 20 points? I'm giving them 20 points because they scored 31 against Georgia. That's why I'm giving them. That's why I'm being a little generous. I don't think they're going to score 31 points against Tennessee, but they could get hot. They could get dangerous. And hey, man, it's football. What can happen? But I like this score right here. This is my score. I'm going to live with it. And the one other thing is the under. This does, I think the other under is 65 or something like that. This does not cover, right? This number does not cover the 23.5. Obviously. Right? So be careful there. I would leave that spread alone. If you just absolutely have to bet, I would bet under. I would go with the under in this particular game. Go Big Orange. Now, there are two other important games this weekend. Georgia and Ole Miss. I got to tell you, I have this strange, funny feeling that Ole Miss is going to beat Georgia at home. I just do. Georgia's scoring is solid this year, but it's not elite like it has been. Mississippi's defense, they excel in limiting some scoring out there on the football field. Ole Miss defense is likely to restrict Georgia's ability to score up to their average anyway, which is 31 points a game. Can you imagine Georgia not getting 31 points a game? Yeah, I can imagine that. After I look at the numbers, that's what I'm seeing. That this is not going to be a, 54 to 53 football game. It's going to be an under game, I think. And it's kind of a pride thing. If one thing Lane Kiffin, and I can't believe I'm going to be a fan of his this weekend, if one thing Lane Kiffin wants to do, that is to beat Georgia at home. Right? I think they're going to win this game. Ole Miss's defense, highly effective. Their offense is high-powered, as we know. But, Georgia's got a good defense as well. So, given the strengths, here's my prediction. Ole Miss, 27. Georgia, 23. Take the under in this game. The other big game is going to be happening in Baton Rouge, Red Stick, tomorrow night. By the way, the Ole Miss Georgia game is in the afternoon, 3:30 start Eastern time. Alabama tomorrow night. We won't be watching that. Yeah, we may do your picture-in-picture, but I do not do picture-in-picture when I'm watching my Tennessee game. By the way, we have a watch party every Saturday. We'll do that as well this Saturday if you care to join us. We've got a good group. It's a lot of fun. Feel free to do so. That'll be on this YouTube channel. Alabama and LSU. What the hell is going to happen? It looks like, according to the numbers, what's supposed to happen, what the form is supposed to be, Alabama's offense has the advantage here. And LSU's defense is in the middle of the pack in most areas. Alabama should be able to score effectively, even if LSU forces them to settle for a few field goals in the red zone. But I got to tell you, interestingly enough, I think Alabama is going to win this game on the road. I got Alabama 31-21. And man, that's just going to keep on whittling down that SEC championship potential. Now, who am I for? I'm for Ole Miss. I need Ole Miss to beat Georgia, and I need Alabama to beat LSU. That's what I'm looking for. And interestingly enough, that's what the numbers say. You got it? Tennessee, take the under. I don't think Tennessee is going to cover the 23.5. Georgia and Ole Miss. Take Ole Miss plus the 3 points. And I think Ole Miss is going to beat them outright. And Alabama, I think Alabama is going to have a resurgence, and they're going to come back and they're going to kick LSU's ass. I don't think LSU's defense can stop Alabama. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Oh, one other thing. Go Big Orange.